Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning only to feel even more exhausted than when you went to sleep? Maybe your ankles look a little swollen, or there's a dull ache in your lower back that you can't explain. Most people shrug these things off as normal signs of aging. But here's the shocking truth: they can be your kidneys crying for help. And the danger is far greater than most people realize. Right now, more than 1 in 7 adults in the United States is living with some form of kidney disease. And the worst part is that the majority don't find out until it's too late, when more than half of their kidney function is already gone forever. I'm Dr. Johnny, and I want you to hear me clearly. Kidney disease doesn't announce itself with loud alarms. It whispers quietly until the damage is almost irreversible. That's why the little signs you feel in the morning: fatigue, swelling back pain, should never be ignored. But here's the good news, and it's simpler than most people think. You don't need expensive detox packages, complicated supplements, or exotic miracle cures. The truth is, your protection might already be sitting in your local grocery store waiting in the produce aisle. Because in today's video, I'm going to reveal 3 everyday fruits, familiar, affordable, and delicious, that can act as natural therapy for your kidneys. These fruits don't just taste good. When eaten the right way, they can reduce inflammation, protect delicate kidney tissue, regulate blood sugar, and help your body flush out toxins more effectively. And the best part, you can start tomorrow morning without changing your entire lifestyle. So stay with me, because over the next few minutes, you'll discover how to turn a simple breakfast into the most powerful kidney protection routine you've ever tried. And by the end, you'll understand why small, steady choices can shield your kidneys for years to come. Let's start with a fruit that almost everyone has seen at the market, but very few realize how powerful it truly is for kidney health: guava. Now imagine waking up in the morning, slicing into a fresh guava, and tasting that sweet, slightly tangy bite. Most people enjoy it as just a refreshing snack, but inside this humble fruit lies a hidden therapy for your kidneys. One of guava's greatest strengths is that it's naturally low in potassium. For healthy adults, potassium is helpful, but for people with kidney concerns, too much potassium can be deadly. It can trigger irregular heart rhythms, severe muscle weakness, or even life-threatening complications. Guava solves this problem. It satisfies your cravings while keeping potassium levels in check, which makes it one of the safest daily fruits for anyone looking to protect their kidneys. But potassium is just the beginning. Guava is loaded with vitamin C 4 times more than an orange. Think about your kidneys as little engines running non-stop, filtering your blood every hour of the day. Over time, those engines wear down under constant stress. Vitamin C works like premium engine oil, shielding those delicate tissues, preventing rust, and slowing the wear and tear. Clinical studies have shown that diets high in vitamin C reduce oxidative stress markers, which means less cellular damage and more long-term protection for your kidneys. And then there's the fiber. One of the cruelest truths about kidney disease is that diabetes is its leading cause worldwide. High blood sugar puts a crushing workload on the kidneys, forcing them to filter harder and faster until they weaken. Guava's natural fiber slows down sugar absorption, stabilizes your blood sugar, and gives your kidneys a much-needed break. A patient I once treated, a retired teacher named Margaret, used to start her day with sweet pastries. Her blood sugar kept spiking, and so did her kidney numbers. When she swapped those pastries for guava, within weeks, she felt lighter, her sugar levels stabilized, and her energy returned. That's the quiet power of this fruit. And let's not forget inflammation, the silent fire that damages kidneys day after day. Guava is rich in flavonoids and carotenoids, bioactive compounds that pour cool water over that fire, calming the kidneys and allowing them to heal. In fact, research in the Journal of Medicinal Food found guava extracts significantly lowered inflammation markers in patients with metabolic stress. It's not a miracle drug. It's nature doing what it was designed to do. The best part: guava is simple, affordable, and accessible. You don't need to hunt down exotic superfoods. You can eat it fresh, sprinkle it with a pinch of salt or chili powder, blend it into a smoothie, or enjoy it in the morning sun. It's not just food, it's a small daily ritual, a joyful act that feels like a treat while silently protecting your kidneys. But here's where you really need to pay attention. We're only scratching the surface with guava. Yes, it's a shield against potassium overload, oxidative stress, high blood sugar, and chronic inflammation. But knowing this alone isn't enough, because the next fruit on this list doesn't just protect it actively, helps your kidneys flush toxins out of your body. And most people never realize how powerful it is until it's too late. Now let's talk about a fruit that many people only think of as a sweet summer treat, but in reality, it's one of the most kidney-friendly fruits you can eat: peaches. Imagine biting into a perfectly ripe peach, soft, juicy, almost like nature's candy. For most people, it's just a refreshing snack. But for your kidneys, that bite can mean relief from some of their hardest struggles. One of the biggest challenges for people with kidney problems is finding foods that are safe low in potassium, sodium, and phosphorus. Too much of any of these minerals can overload the kidneys and worsen damage. And here's the beauty of peaches: they're naturally low in all three. That means you get the sweetness you crave without the hidden burden on your kidneys. It's like enjoying dessert with zero guilt and a whole lot of health benefits. But peaches offer more than safety; they're packed with antioxidants. Vitamin C, already a star for immune protection, also shields your kidney cells from free radicals, those little sparks of damage that wear down your organs. Peaches also carry beta-carotene, the plant pigment that your body turns into vitamin A. This not only supports your eyes and skin, but it also helps calm inflammation, which is one of the silent killers of kidney function. Research shows that higher beta-carotene intake is linked with lower levels of systemic inflammation, a critical step if you want to slow kidney decline. And then there's hydration. A peach is made up of nearly 85% water. That means every juicy bite is also helping your kidneys flush out toxins and balance fluids more effectively. If you've ever noticed swelling in your feet or ankles, that's often a sign your kidneys are struggling with fluid balance. Eating peaches regularly gives them a natural assist, easing the pressure without the harsh side effects of medications. There's another hidden benefit: blood pressure support. Peaches are naturally low in sodium, which is essential for keeping blood pressure under control. When your blood pressure stays balanced, your kidneys don't have to fight against the constant strain of high-pressure filtering. Pair that with the antioxidants that improve circulation, and suddenly every bite of peach is not just sweet, it's therapeutic. Let me share a quick story. Robert, a 72-year-old carpenter I once met, loved finishing dinner with a slice of pie. His doctor warned him his kidneys couldn't take much more sugar and sodium. Switching to chilled peaches seemed almost too simple to matter, but within 2 months his swelling reduced, his energy improved, and he told me, "I feel like I'm cheating the system. It tastes like dessert, but my kidneys thank me." That's the genius of peaches. They let you enjoy life while protecting your health. And unlike processed snacks, peaches are versatile and clean. You can toss slices into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or just grab one fresh as an afternoon pick-me-up. No labels, no additives, no hidden dangers, just pure natural sweetness wrapped in a soft skin. Plus, the fiber supports digestion and gut health, which in turn lowers inflammation across your whole body, including your kidneys. So the next time you crave something sweet, skip the cookies, cakes, and ice cream that quietly destroy your kidneys. Reach for a peach instead. It gives you everything your taste buds want and everything your kidneys need. But here's the thing: peaches are only the second step in this journey. They're gentle, refreshing, and protective, but the final fruit on our list carries a quiet power that goes beyond sweetness. It hydrates, lowers cholesterol, and even reduces the risk of infections that could creep up to damage your kidneys. In fact, most people overlook it entirely, even though it could be the fruit that tips the balance between kidney strain and kidney recovery. Finally, let's look at one of the most underestimated fruits when it comes to kidney health: pears. They don't have the bright colors of berries or the bold flavors of citrus, and maybe that's why so many people overlook them. But make no mistake, this simple fruit carries a quiet power that can transform the way your kidneys work. The first thing you notice when you bite into a pear is the burst of juice. That's not just refreshing, it's exactly what your kidneys need. Hydration is critical because your kidneys act like filters. Without enough fluid, toxins and waste build up in your body, forcing your kidneys to struggle. A single pear loaded with water gives your kidneys a natural push to flush out those toxins more efficiently. But hydration is just one part of the story. Pears also contain a special kind of fiber called pectin. Think of pectin as your body's gentle cleaning crew. It binds to unhealthy cholesterol in your digestive system and helps carry it out before it clogs your arteries. Why does that matter for your kidneys? Because when your blood vessels are narrowed by cholesterol, circulation slows, and your kidneys are forced to work harder to filter. Pears naturally ease that burden, keeping both your heart and kidneys in balance. Here's where it gets even more important. Pectin also helps control blood sugar. And as we've said, diabetes is the #1 driver of kidney disease worldwide. When sugar spikes and crashes every day, your kidneys are constantly under attack. The soluble fiber in pears slows sugar absorption, creating more stable energy and taking pressure off your kidneys. One of my patients, Linda, age 65, used to complain about exhaustion and recurring urinary infections. After adding pears to her daily routine, sometimes raw, sometimes gently baked, her sugar levels evened out. Her infections decreased, and she told me she finally felt safe eating fruit again. And speaking of urinary infections, pears offer a gentle diuretic effect. That means they help your body release excess fluid without the harsh strain of strong diuretics. This makes them perfect for people who suffer from recurring UTIs, which can quietly climb up to the kidneys and cause permanent damage. In fact, studies in Nutrients Journal highlight that hydration-friendly fruits like pears reduce the recurrence of urinary tract infections significantly. Another advantage is safety. Many fruits that people enjoy, like bananas or oranges, are too high in potassium for those with kidney concerns. But pears are naturally low in potassium, making them one of the safest choices for anyone who needs to keep potassium levels under control. That's why I often recommend pears to older adults. They're soft, sweet, easy to digest, and they don't come with hidden risks. So the next time you pass by the pear section at your grocery store, don't dismiss them as plain or boring. Think of them as one of the most kidney-friendly tools you have. They hydrate, lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, calm infections, and do it all while staying gentle on your system. They may not grab attention like exotic superfoods, but sometimes the most powerful healers are the quietest ones. But only knowing this still isn't enough, because when you combine pears with guavas and peaches, the real magic happens. It's the trio together: hydrating, stabilizing, anti-inflammatory, that creates a shield for your kidneys. And in the conclusion, I'll show you how these simple everyday choices can tip the balance between years of dialysis and years of freedom. Don't miss this part. It may be the most important message you'll ever hear for your kidney health. Now, here's the truth that ties everything together. It's not just about guavas, peaches, or pears on their own. The real transformation happens when these simple choices become part of your daily rhythm. One fruit eaten once in a while can refresh you for a moment, but the same fruit repeated every morning works like a steady shield, protecting your kidneys day after day, year after year. Think of it this way. Your kidneys filter about 50 gallons of blood every single day. That's like running a water treatment plant inside your body nonstop. If you feed that system sugar-laden pastries, salty snacks, or processed foods every morning, you're throwing sand into the gears. But when you start your day with fruit that hydrates, stabilizes blood sugar, calms inflammation, and protects circulation, you're giving that system the oil, the fuel, and the maintenance it needs to keep running. I'll share one more story. Thomas, a 69-year-old from Ohio, once told me he felt doomed after his doctor warned that dialysis might be in his near future. Instead of giving up, he made one small change, replacing his sugary breakfast cereal with a rotation of guavas, peaches, and pears. Within 6 months, his blood pressure was lower, his swelling reduced, and his kidney numbers improved enough that his doctor actually paused the talk of dialysis. Thomas told me, "It felt like I finally had control again." That's the hidden power of consistency. It turns fear into freedom. And the science agrees. Studies in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology show that people who eat more hydration-friendly, antioxidant-rich fruits have significantly lower risk of kidney decline compared to those who stick to processed breakfasts. It's not magic, it's the compound effect of small daily choices. So when you think about protecting your kidneys, don't just ask, what fruit should I eat today? Ask, what habit can I build for tomorrow and the next day and the day after that? Because your kidneys don't need dramatic once-a-year fixes. They need steady support every single morning. But only knowing this still isn't enough, because there's one final factor that decides whether these fruits actually save your kidneys or just become another forgotten tip. And in the conclusion, I'll reveal exactly how to turn this knowledge into real lasting results, something that could mean the difference between years of dialysis and years of freedom. Taking care of your kidneys doesn't have to feel overwhelming. Small, steady steps like choosing guavas, peaches, or pears for breakfast can create a huge impact over time. So even if you've struggled with your health in the past, remember, it's never too late to start making choices that protect your body. If this video gave you something valuable, I encourage you to save it so you can come back to it whenever you need a reminder. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because every week I'll share practical science-backed tips to help you safeguard your kidneys and improve your overall health. Most importantly, hold on to this hope your future is not decided by your past habits. With consistency and the right knowledge, you can reduce your risks, support your kidneys, and reclaim the energy and freedom you deserve. Your kidneys may be silent, but your choices can speak volumes for them starting today.